everyone, this is Debbie with Book and Bujo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. I wanted to tell you a little bit about something I do every October, and that is my 13 spooky reads. So every October, I try and read 13 spooky books leading up to Halloween, the spooky season, so from October 1st to October 31st. And I typically mood read those books. So I find ones I have on my Kindle or ones I have through my library that are fun, quick audiobooks. But this time I decided to make it a little more challenging because we all need a little more challenge in our lives, right? But I thought this would be kind of fun. So I took 31 books that are pretty much on my Kindle for the most part that I still need to get to because there's a lot of books on my Kindle that I need to get to. So I put 31 of these books into a spinner wheel, and then I will spin and let the wheel decide which book I will be reading first. And then when I finish that book, I'll spin again and read that next book. Thought it might be kind of fun. And then, I can repeat that process 13 times. So the spinner wheel will choose 13 of those 31 books for me to read. If you would like to join me, you can either read some of the books that I'm reading, if you would like, and you have access to those, or maybe you can do your own wheel. Grab 31, up to 31 books. Maybe you only put 3 books in there. Maybe you put 31. Somewhere between 1 and 31, depending on how much time you may have in the month. I would recommend at least 13 just to make it fun. And you could put any kind of Halloween atmospheric books in there. They could be witchy books, they could be spooky books, they could be spoopy books, which are the ones that are kind of like that spooky feel, but they're not scary at all. Those ones I like best. And then put those all in a spinner wheel and spin as you go. Or if you don't want to use a spinner wheel and you have maybe a D20 die, you can make a list of books and then roll the die to see which ones you will be reading. Or maybe you have a couple of 6-sided die and you can put up to 12 in there. Your choice. No need to report any books or report anywhere at all because this is just for fun and it's just for each of us. Maybe someday I will make this into some kind of a readathon, but who knows? Not this year. This is basically just something that I do for fun and to enjoy some spooky season books in the fall season. So there are a few books that are on my wheel that I am really hoping come up. A couple of them I really hope they come up, but then again I really hope they don't because they're really long. Yeah. And I also, not only am I doing the 13 spooky reads, I am also doing my TBR-opoly game and Becca's Spookoplathon readathon in October. And the Library of Dragons has a side quest for October as well, but I will leave the links to all of those readathons down below for you. Some of the ones I'm looking forward to reading are The Shadow of the Luminaries, and part of that is because there's a big eye on the cover, and for the Spooky Season Challenge from Covers with Cassidy, you need to read a book with an eye on the cover, so I hope that one comes up. And that readathon goes through the end of November, so I believe it's September, October, November. I also really want, but really don't want, Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff to come up because I really want to read that, but it is a really long book. So, kind of double-edged sword on that one. Really want it, but not necessarily. House Witch is another one that I've heard some good things about, a little cozy witchy story. Monstrilio, I've heard some really good things about that one, but I've also heard it will make you cry and is really sad. So I'm a little mixed on that one now. I do want to read it, but now I'm a little more nervous about it. Gunmetal Gods by Ismail Akhtar. Definitely want to read that one. I participated in his Kickstarter for his books, and I kind of want to read the first book before I get those, and I do have that on my Kindle. And then Ghost in the Spell is another one because it's the 5th and final book in the Grimoires of Middle-Aged Witch by Renee George, and I would love to finish off that series this year. It is so good. It's so cute. Definitely a popcorn read. And then the last book I really kind of hope I can get to is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. That one just seems like it's super fun, and again another kind of popcorn easy read. So those are some of the ones that I am hoping to get. We'll see what the wheel gives us. I thought it might be kind of fun to take a little vacation and go hiking and enjoy the weather and be out and about in nature. And I found the cutest little inn that is in the area with all this hiking around it, so you don't even have to leave the premises pretty much. They have restaurants there on site, there's the inn, and then there's hiking trails that lead off from the inn. And I am super excited to stay there during my 13 spooky reads time. And the inn is called the Wheelhouse, which is kind of fun because I want to use a spinner wheel. So we're going to stay at the Wheelhouse and see how many books I can get read. Hello and welcome to Wheelhouse. You are here for 2 weeks, you say? You may choose any room you wish, but beware. As the wheel spins, you may find yourself somewhere you did not expect or wish to be. In order to find your way back, you need to read whatever book the room shows you. From there, the rooms may shift, or the door may open for you. Here is a key. I wish you luck. May I suggest one of the rooms on this floor to start with? Enjoy your stay. Well, that was dramatic and a bit intense. I don't think she gets out much. Well, I should go find my room and get settled because I really want to get up bright and early tomorrow morning so I could go on a nice little sunrise hike maybe, or if I sleep in a little too much, at least go on a nice little hike before it gets too warm. Let's go find my room. Oh my goodness, why is the TV on? What? Well, this is weird. A spinner wheel. Wait, when did that get there? That wasn't in here when I first came in. Monsters, Born and Made by Tanvi Burwa. Can't hurt to do a little reading tonight before I go to sleep for my hike tomorrow, so maybe I'll try a chapter and see what I think.